Hi guys, it's what is it, June 1st, and getting near the end here. Still got a month to go. Hopefully the patterning assignments are coming along well. I had some people join in last week on the Google Meet. Hopefully cleared up a couple of questions you may have. We're gonna go live tomorrow, 8:3, 9 o'clock, 8 to 9:30. If you have any questions about anything that's happening with the assignment, I moved it back Wednesday to both classes in terms of when it's due. Then you can come up and you can ask your questions, and away we go. All right. Or if you just want to say hello and jump on, you can do that too. Okay. Beautiful day today, 23 degrees, sunny. So, anyways, here we go. We want to look at final unit of number sense for June. This is really important. Okay, so you got to make sure that you follow along here. Fractions, percents. We'll do some interest, as we move on, right? Okay, but first off, let's just take a look at a review of fractions. Okay, fractions is everywhere. Okay, if you're making a cake, if you are deciding that you're going to build anything, you have to deal with fractions. All right, so we're just going to start at the beginning as a review. This will be a shorter video. And then we'll cover the concepts we need to, okay? So adding and subtracting fractions is actually a little bit more tricky than multiplying and dividing them, but let's start with this, okay? So first things first, all right? When we look at this, we've got a top number divided by bottom number. The top number, again, we know this is the numerator. The bottom number is the denominator. But I think what's really important with fractions is sometimes you look at it, it's a little bit scary. I think we have to look at it in other ways here, okay? So if I look at this right here, got a picture, okay? That's 1/2. How else can we show 1/2? All right, I think we want to think about it in different ways. So this is, I'm just going to put, maybe I could just put pick. What about if we did a percentage? Okay, so 1/2, half of something, 50%. A lot more comfortable with that when we're using those kinds of numbers. What if we did a decimal? Okay, a lot of times when we're in a decimal, we want to move it over to something that is a bit more comfortable. We may go to percent, but if we were to put a decimal there, 0.5, okay, half, all right? So what about 1/4? Okay, so if we're going to do a quick little picture here, we'd split it in 4. Okay, we know that as a quarter, okay? What's the percentage of a quarter? 25%, okay? And what is a decimal that would go with this? 0.25, okay? What about 1/5? Okay, we'd have to do, just make it a little easier here, do a rectangle. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 1/5, okay? What percentage is that? 20%, 0.2, okay? About 2/3. You do something like this. B sign, not to scale, but it's supposed to be 3 equal parts. 2/3. Our percentage for something like this would be, what's 2/3? 66.666 repeating. And then our decimal. Okay. So essentially we're just looking at some simple fractions, and we want to think about picture, percent, and decimal, okay? The thing with adding fractions with a common denominator is that all we need to do is we need to add the numerators. All the hard work has been done for us, okay? And that's why this video is going to be very, very quick, all right? So when we have 2 and 2, the denominator is the same. We're just going to add the numerators. 2 over 2, simplify that. This is just 1 whole, okay? We have 4, 6 plus 3, 6. We're just going to add the top. We're going to have 7, 6. We can actually do something with this, all right? We're going to leave this for now, okay? But we can simplify this. All right, we have a numerator that is actually larger than the denominator, so we actually have more than one whole, okay? But we'll leave it for a second. C, we've got 6 over 10 plus 2 over 10. Okay, 10's the same. That's going to go there. 6 plus 2 is 8. And we can do something with this, okay? We have 8 over 10. We can divide both by 2. We can simplify it, okay? So if we did that, 8 divided by 2 would be 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So the answer here is 4/5. All right? So we come back over here. Now we're subtracting fractions. We have the same denominator. We have a numerator. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 over 4, well, that's the same as 1 over 2. Okay, we can divide by 2. So there's our final answer right here. Let me just put the final answer in. Although this is, I'm going to do that. This is a denominator of 11. 7 minus 3, 4 over 11. Nothing's divisible by both. We can't find a common factor, so we're going to leave it as 4 11ths. All right? And then we've got 6 over 8 minus 2 over 8. That's going to be 4 over 8. Okay? But we can do something with this. We've got a couple of common factors, okay? We'll do the greatest common factor to simplify it down. That's going to be 4. So 4 goes into 4 once. 4 goes into 8 2 times. So 4/8 is the same as 1/2. So there's our answer right here as we simplify it. We always want to reduce to its simplest form. Simplify it, okay? Reduce to its lower form, and we do that by finding common factors, okay? For something, you know what, I'm going to leave this until the next video here, okay? But what we wanted to do is just kind of have a look at fractions here. There's a couple of brain pop videos that I'll be posting. You take a look at it, and that's all we need to do. I'll post a little bit extra work. I'm sure you all know how to do this and are all pretty comfortable. For that one person that just couldn't remember what to do with numerator and denominator, remember, when the denominator is the same, all we're doing is adding and subtracting the top number, that numerator, okay? And yes, for you asking, if you're subtracting and this is a greater number, you can have a negative fraction, but we're not going to look at that right now, okay? So I'll post this tomorrow. I'll post a quick worksheet. It won't take you very long. And then when we pick up on the next video, we're going to start to look at adding and subtracting fractions with a different common denominator, or sorry, with a different denominator where we need to find a common denominator. A little bit trickier, but I think if we just go through the right steps, you know, we can find out how to do it in an easy way. Okay, so that's it. Take a look at this. Look at the worksheet. Do the worksheet, and we'll pick it up later. Okay. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.